Hey ICA, Fish here. Just want to share a quick devotion today, and it's from James 4, verse 13 to 17. Warning about self-confidence. Look here, you who say, today or tomorrow we're going to a certain town and we will stay there a year. We will do business there and make profit. How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? Your life is like the morning fog. It's here a little while, then it's gone. What you ought to say is, if the Lord wants us to, we will live and do this or that. Otherwise, you are boasting about your own pretentious plan, and all such boasting is evil. Remember, it is sin to know what you ought to do and then not do it. Excuse me. This passage was written by James the Just. He was the brother of Jesus. And when I read this, I could feel and I could sense intentionality by James on his writing to remind us of the trap that maybe some of us have already fallen into, or maybe some of us will fall into in life, which is a trap of relying on our own self. This is one of those traps that we may not realize is there, but it's just as dangerous as any other trap that the devil can use against us. Here, he's trying to say that, there will come a point in our lives where it may be in our business life, it may be in our family life, where we felt like we have come to a point where we have accumulated enough wisdom, enough knowledge, where we can start making our own plans without consulting to God, without telling God, without surrendering it to God. And it's more like we're just gonna go to God and tell Him, this is our plan, please bless it, and that'll be awesome, right? I've had those moments. I've fallen into that before, even in our ministry, in the youth ministry, I've done that before, where I come to God and I said, Lord, this is what I planned, after learning 4 years in Bible college, this is what I know what I'm doing, so this is my plan. Just bless it, it'll be good, right? I didn't even go there to ask Him, Lord, what you want me to do, but it's more like, Lord, this is what I want to do. Please bless it. And how many of us have done that before? James here is trying to remind us and to kind of give us the perspective that we tend to forget that, guys, yes, we may have wisdom, yes, we may have knowledge or experiences, but ultimately, all that we have, regardless of how long we have been accumulating those wisdom, it is pale in comparison to what God knows and what God has in store for us. And it is very arrogant for us, people who are so limited, to kind of go to God and tell Him, Lord, this is what you should do. This is my plan that I want you to help me with. Just bless it. It'll be awesome. It's such a arrogant on our part to not realize that we don't know nearly as much as as God. And James is trying to teach us, guys, we need to realize that our lives on this earth, however long, maybe some of us have 80 years, it's pale in comparison to God. There's nobody that can ever come to a place where they can say, Lord, I don't need the Lord anymore. I don't need to consult with Him anymore. I've known enough for me to make my own plans. And again, this is not to say that you shouldn't plan. You should plan, because there's a wisdom in planning and preparation. But the problem is that when you start planning, and in your planning, you rely on your own knowledge. And this is what James is trying to tell us, that, guys, in whatever we do, we need to rely on God. You know what? God is not only God on Sunday, He's God on Monday and Thursday. And He's not only God at church, He's also God of our families and our businesses. So, you know what? There's no areas of your life where He is not the God of. And because of that, we need to realize that, maybe when we plan something, maybe when we are deciding something, it is wise for us to consult Him. It is wise for us to surrender it to Him. We need to stop relying on our own knowledge. And James is reminding us of that, because I feel like, again, it is a trap that many of us would probably fall into. And it's important for us to realize and to be intentional. You know what, Lord, in whatever areas of my life, You will be the center of it. You will be the one that I follow. Hope that reminded you of something. Hope that challenges you. Hope that blesses you. And that, we'll see you guys next time.